purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the ACC, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rams will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense lining up for a first down play. The toss sweep to the right. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. This dude is just... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10.
Easy. Slide 22. Slide 22. Dino.
Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Timber. Check.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on second down.
Here we go. Lion.
He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, he'll need to throw it downfield. Fires to the big fella. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics. Drives live right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touch.
First down here for the offense. Running to the left. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's Fowler Nicolosi coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 25. And they will score! Touchdown, Pirates!
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The fair catch called for and made. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. A strike downfield. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
Saw his tight end streaking down the field. He knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
Longer, Terrier.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, East Carolina 10, Colorado State 6.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Lasso. Arrow.
Wants to throw. It's Hauser. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. And the offense suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a 1st and goal after the pick. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Colorado State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Number 18.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
To throw, it's Hauser. Quick strike complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. The Pirates line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Return is tackled out of bounds.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Rams will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Returner runs out of bounds.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Going for it all. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. And offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Under.
From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Brown has it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he got loose. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rams have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Might be looking to run. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's loose. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Quarterback checking the play.
Convoy.
Back to pass, it's Hauser. He's going for it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Going up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And it's on the ground. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll ride the hot hand. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Working that left side now. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, my, circle, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Here's the handoff. At the 15, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out! He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed.
try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
East Carolina, 17. Colorado State, 13.
And the Pirates will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
Take over. First and 10.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how...
I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Rams will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Rams are on the move. Give to Brown. Makes his man miss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Scrambling away. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He's got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Big fullback's got it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
He's now 3rd and goal.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Using his feet. Touchdown, Colorado State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Number 16.
That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Sending the offense back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Dances away from the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The Pirates are flying down the field. Toss sweep to the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Fires to the big fella. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Line 22. Line easy.
They want to just keep throwing it. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Running to Green. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Fires to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, ECU.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This time they'll go to the running game, and they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, East Carolina 24, Colorado State 20.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires into traffic, picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
On the ready.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. To the air. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires it incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. On the move. Stop short of the marker. And they stop in his defense and they get the ball back.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Back to throw, it's Hauser. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19.
Jackrabbit.
Quarterback will audible. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, East Carolina! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. You better start playing some better defense, but the 3's coming soon.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And the Colorado State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Right down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Back to throw, it's Hauser. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Pirates. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 29 over the Royals. just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Tackle was made after the first down. And the Rams in the hurry-up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And first down for the offense.
They keep attacking through the air. He's taking passes, almost had the fourth. It'll be second down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth.
Did it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Grab near the marker. It's Brown. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Good enough for a first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi trying to get to it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's looking for a man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
It's complete. Touchdown, Rams. What a catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Colorado State.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner is stopped.
And the Colorado State offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.